One of the first accessories that most people will be purchasing for their fighting rifles is a red dot sight of some sort. Red dot sights are easy and intuitive to use, they're rugged, reliable, and add a level of precision to your defensive or offensive rifle. While the market is flooded with various red dot sights in the budget category, there is one that has been a staple for me and has proven itself worthy of consideration. Today, we are going to quickly cover the Vortex Crossfire 2 MOA Red Dot. Let's get into this. Most people are on a budget when building or buying their first rifle. Red dot sights in the budget category litter the landscape. The downside is many are unreliable and not worth the risk. Typically, the red dots that will fall into this category are around $100 to $150. No matter how you slice it, I've always been suspect of ultra cheap optics in terms of long-term reliability and performance. And at the end of the day, your optic is how you aim your rifle, and aiming your rifle is important, so it is equally important that we buy quality optics. But what if you are truly on a budget and need a solution that is a perfect entry level with higher class performance? This is where the Crossfire 2 MOA Red Dot has shined for me personally. And before I dive into the specs, let me discuss why I'm so confident in this red dot. I bought my first Crossfire something like 5 to 7 years ago. I needed a budget solution, and as I started building more platforms to learn and incorporate into content, I kept buying more and more Crossfire Red Dots. In the meantime, I also purchased different Holosun, Trijicon, and Loophole Red Dot sights. And I eventually ended up with almost a dozen Crossfire Red Dots and various other high-end Red Dot sights. I have had many years of use with this little Crossfire Red Dot sight, and I've had them on everything from my 5.56 AR-15s to my Galils and even my 45-70. In nearly a dozen Crossfire Red Dots, I have had one failure. And admittedly, this failure was my fault for incredibly rough handling. The brightness knob fell off after a violent collision with a hard surface, and this was after years of use. I take a lot of pride in what we do here at TA Targets and Arcane Co, and I will not stock or recommend products that I have not put the time behind. I've had many years of use behind a Crossfire, and I feel like it has some cons, but it also has many pros. For this reason, we're going to be adding this to our lineup on our website. The Crossfire Red Dot is a no-frills solution for anybody on a budget that still wants a fairly refined optic. It features 11 brightness settings for the 2 MOA red colored dot. And for users without astigmatisms, the dot is going to appear crisp and clear. For folks like myself who have an astigmatism, the red dot is going to appear a bit starburst. And this is typical with all red dot sights for folks with astigmatisms. If that's something that's going to bother you, I would recommend considering a holographic red dot sight. Brightness adjustments are made with the knob on the side of the unit, and the lowest two settings are for night vision use. This is extremely handy for anyone who desires to passively aim under their PVS-14 or binoculars at night. The Crossfire is included with two different mounting solutions, one high riser, which is the lower third co-witness, and one low. For AK-47 variants or other rifles where the stock will step down from the receiver, the lower mount is going to be ideal. For AR-15 variants, the lower third mount is going to be the best one to use. And lower third simply means that with most iron sights, you will find that the irons and the dot align in the lower third of the optical lens. The Crossfire Red Dot is extremely lightweight and is advertised at 5.2 ounces. Eye relief is unlimited, and the unit is advertised as parallax free. Maximum windage and elevation adjustments are 100 MOA. No matter what platform users are running, they will find plenty of adjustment for the dot. One other aspect I love about the Crossfire is it is a forget about it kind of optic. And what I mean by that is it has a 50,000 hour advertised battery from a 2032 battery. So users are going to potentially get years of runtime depending on what brightness setting is run and also what conditions you're using the optic in. One last trait of an enclosed red dot sight like the Crossfire Red Dot is resistance to moisture penetration. Open reflex sights like the ones found on modern concealed pistols are susceptible to clarity issues due to moisture or fog or dirt getting into that cavity where the red dot is actually projected. This is not the case with the Crossfire Red Dot. And inside the box, users are going to find a couple different things. You're going to get a T10 Torx wrench, a 2032 battery, high and low risers, and some little rubber covers for the lenses. Users will also find a user manual, although this optic really does not need a manual to understand how to use it. It's really that simple. Overall, the Crossfire Red Dot is a rugged, lightweight, and durable red dot optic. I will note that the Spark Solar does feel to be a bit more rugged and a more refined optic, but it does come at a price. And one other downside for some folks is the exposed turn knob on the side to adjust the brightness settings of this particular red dot. Folks looking for button adjustments should possibly consider the Spark Solar. One other major downside for some folks, this unit is not manufactured in the United States. And if that's a deal breaker for you, you might want to consider some other high-end offerings from US manufacturers. The Crossfire has proven itself to me and has been a steady performer no matter the conditions, and for this reason, we're going to be adding it and stocking it on our website. If the Vortex Crossfire Red Dot seems like the right fit for you, consider purchasing it off of our website, and there's going to be a link in the description below. All of the up-to-date information can be found on the website product page, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to our customer service team. That's it for this video, guys. If you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, please see our website for the product page for the Crossfire Red Dot, or feel free to shoot us an email. All the links for these optics and our other products will be in the description. Please like the video, share it, leave a comment, and as always, we hope you stay well. We will see you in the next video.